Okay, my sweet little boys and girls, now it's time to go over our second practice for the science retest, which will take place on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Okay, so when we use a balance, what are we measuring, everyone?
Mass.
Good job. What unit do we use when we measure mass?
Grams.
Okay, remember, if you're not retaking this test, you should be working on your priority list. Okay, when I measure volume, what tool might I use?
Graduated cylinder.
Very nice. Very nice, boys and girls. Okay, and when I measure volume, what unit might I use?
Milliliters.
Okay. Okay, when I measure length, what tool could I use?
Meter stick.
Okay, and I do want us to say it chorally. That means we're all going to say it together, so we can just kind of say meter stick. Okay, so when I measure length, what tool might I use?
Meter stick.
Great. And what unit might I use to label my number with?
Centimeter.
Right, there's more than one. It could be centimeter or it could be meter. And you on the test can spell the word or use the correct abbreviation. Remember, on milliliters, the correct abbreviation has an uppercase L. Hi, Mrs. Woodhouse. Okay, boys and girls. When I measure something and my label is degrees Celsius, what am I measuring?
Temperature.
And when I measure temperature, what tool might I use? Okay, boys and girls, when I use a stopwatch, what am I measuring? And when I measure time, what unit might I use? Right, there are many. It could be seconds, hours, minutes, and it's important to note that these are not metric, these are universal. Okay, even though we might use different languages to say these words, that everyone uses seconds, minutes, hours, years, months. Okay, so that is not metrics. Okay, let's now look together at this page. Okay, I have a ruler. I need to write my answer using centimeters. I need to remember my unit. Okay, it's starting at 0 and going to
12. 13.
13. What? Okay, okay, boys and girls. I think on this one it might be a great idea if we raise our hand because I see some differing things. I know you're grabbing your snack, but we still need to be paying attention. 13 what, Morgan? Centimeters. Okay? Okay, what about this one? It doesn't start until the number 5, and it goes to 7. So how many centimeters is that, Gemma? 2 centimeters. Okay, and then this one, number 3. It doesn't start until 5. How many centimeters is that showing? Avery. 1 5/10 centimeters. Remember that you have to use a decimal here. You have to use a decimal. We are not using a fraction. Decimals make it easy to convert between units. Okay, number 4. I have a thermometer. And are these representing 1 degree or 2 degrees? 2. Okay, now don't assume that it will always be 2 degrees, but on these thermometers it is. Okay, so what is this going to? Gracie? This one right here. No, okay, this one. Here's 40, and that's 50. 49. So I would have accepted 48, 49, or 50. And remember, you need to have degrees and Celsius on there. Okay? Okay, number 5. What is it going to? What is this one measuring at? Again, we're counting by 2s. I should see more than 2 hands up. There's about 10 people that just did this. Levi. Number 5. 24 what? Nope, it's a thermometer. Okay, we just did number 4 above it, and we put the correct unit. So what is the unit? Okay, it's a thermometer. You can also look back at this sheet. Thermometer, temperature, what's our unit? Degrees Celsius, and we write that this way. Okay, make sure you have that correct on your paper. Okay, number 6. Okay, what is that measuring at? What's it measuring at? Ella.
50, 95 degrees.
I think 95 also. Okay, so again, I would accept 94, 95, or 96. Okay, if I had not done this paper and I was going to be doing it later, I would definitely be paying attention so that I can make sure that I'm getting it correct. Okay, number 7. How are these increasing, by 1s or 2s?
1.
Okay, let's look again. 2s. Okay, here's 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Okay, so what is this one going to?
24.
24, and what is my unit? Milliliters. You have to have milliliters. You need to uppercase that L on milliliters. Number 8, it's still increasing by 2. What is that going to? What's it reading at? Hands up. Anyone taking this test tomorrow should have their hand in the air right now, trying to answer the question. Gemma.
38 millimeters.
Milliliters. Very good. Okay, and then on number 9, here we have our volume of the water by itself is what? Are these going up by 1s or 2s? 1s. These are going up by 1s. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the water is at what? How many milliliters? 14 milliliters. What is the volume of the water plus the screw? The water plus the screw. Trevor.
31 milliliters.
No, try again.
I added both of those.
Okay, what's the volume of the water plus the screw? Avery? 17 milliliters. And so then the volume of the screw all by itself would be what? The volume of the screw all by itself is what? Ella? 3 milliliters. Okay? Are there questions on this page? Okay, who passed out the little half sheets? I need one. Okay, I'll grab one.
I have a question.
Okay, yes, Trevor, what's your question?
When it says the volume of the water and the screw, couldn't it be the empty water plus the screw?
Yes. No. They're showing you, remember that's finding volume by displacement. And remember we did this with a marble. And we put water in our graduated cylinder. And we measured how high the water was. And then we put our marble down in there and we measured how high it went up. And that was the volume of the marble by itself. Okay? Okay. Now, so that is a good question, but they're just showing you empty and then when we add the screw. Okay, let's talk about our conversions. Okay? How many millimeters are in 1 centimeter? How many millimeters make up a centimeter? 10. 10. Okay, we have to be able able to visualize, if this is 1 meter, how many centimeters are on this 1 meter?
10.
Okay, listen to the question. Here's a meter.
1,100.
Okay, let's quit yelling out. Here's a meter. How many centimeters are on it? What does cent mean? 100. And each one of those centimeters, okay, I can show it right here. Here's a centimeter from 44 to 45. How many millimeters are inside that centimeter? 10. So 8 centimeters would be how many millimeters?
880.
80. 8 times 10. Write that out to the side. 1 centimeter has 10 millimeters. So we have to multiply to see how many millimeters are in 8 centimeters. Okay, how many millimeters are in this meter? How many millimeters are in the meter? 1,000. Are you guys with me? Okay, so if there's 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram, how many milligrams are in 5 grams? 5,000. Okay, remember, it doesn't matter if it's grams, meters, or liters. The conversion is the same. So always be visualizing this meter stick. Okay? Okay, 7,000 grams is how many kilograms? How many grams are in 1 kilogram? 1,000. So 7,000 would be how many kilograms? 7. Good job. Okay, 7 liters, so that's actually 7,000 divided by 1,000. 7 divided by 1 is 7, and then add your 3 zeros. Okay? Okay, 7 liters is how many milliliters? There's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So how many milliliters are in 7 liters? There's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. There's 1,000 millimeters on this meter stick. How many millimeters would be on 7 meter sticks? 7,000. You have to do 1,000 times 7 to get 7,000. Okay, centiliters. How many centiliters are in 1 liter? What does cent mean? Gracie, what does cent mean? 100. So how many centiliters are in a liter?
2.
Okay. What does cent mean, Avery?
100.
100. So how many centiliters are in a liter?
1,000.
Okay, you just told me what cent means. 100. That's why we use that prefix. Cent means 100. There's 100 centiliters in a liter. Remember, on this meter stick, there's 100 centimeters. Are you with me? Are you with me? Because I have a lot of blank stares. How many centimeters are on this meter?
100.
How many centimeters are in this meter?
100.
How many centiliters are in a liter?
200.
Guys, you're not listening. You're not focusing. 1 liter has how many centiliters? 100. 1 meter has how many centimeters?
100.
Okay. 1 gram has how many centigrams?
10.
100. Cent means 100. Everyone say it. Cent means 100. How many centimeters are in this meter?
100.
100. How many centiliters are in a liter?
100.
How many centigrams are in a gram?
100.
Okay, so how many centiliters does 200 centiliters make? If there's 100 in 1 liter, then 200 is 2 liters. Guys, you have to focus. It does not do one bit of good for me to go over this if we're not going to focus. Okay? Cent means what?
100.
Milli means what?
Small thousand.
Kilo means what?
Big thousand.
Okay. How many millimeters are in a centimeter? 10. Guys, look at a meter stick. How many millimeters are in each centimeter? 10. Okay, you have to memorize that or you're not going to pass the test. You have to memorize that. Turn this over and write it on the back. Okay, 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters?
100.
100. Okay, then it's the same. 1 gram is equal to how many centigrams?
100.
Okay, and 1 liter is equal to how many centiliters?
100.
Okay, now write this one. 1 meter is how many millimeters? Milli means 1,000. Okay, 1 gram is how many millimeters? I'm sorry, not 1 gram. 1 meter is how many millimeters?
1,000.
I did mean gram, I'm sorry. 1 gram is how many milligrams?
1,000.
Okay, and then 1 liter is how many milliliters?
1,000.
Okay, here we go. 1 kilometer is how many meters?
1,000.
Okay, 1 kilogram is how many grams?
1,000.
1 kiloliter is how many liters?
1,000.
Okay, and then the last one. 1 centimeter is how many millimeters?
1,000.
Guys, 1 centimeter. Look at it, guys.
100.
1. Okay, quit yelling out. Look at this. That's a centimeter. Ryan, visualize this. Everyone should be visualizing. This is a centimeter. How many millimeters are in there? You guys are yelling out 100, 1,000. That doesn't even make sense. It's 10. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. Okay? 1 centigram is how many milligrams?
1,000.
Guys, look. It's 100, 100, 100. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. 10, what do you think that should be?
10.
Okay, and then 1 centiliter is how many milliliters? 10. Okay, you have to know these. You really only need to memorize these. And then remember, it doesn't matter what this letter is. It could be M, it could be G, or it could be L, and the conversion is the same. Okay? Okay, there is still, this will be on Canvas. There is still the review module that we did before in Canvas. If you never did the practice buddy in Savas that is over this, you can still do that. It's all written in Canvas under Science. Okay? If you have not passed this test yet, you want to do that review module. I would recommend starting it now. You have 8 minutes before recess. Actually, that's not true. You have 13 minutes.
Oh, if you get lower than